that was with like my one of my girlfriends. She was into that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, she had an iPod full of freestyle.
You can start.
It's already on. It's on, bro. What's up, everybody? This is the El Nino podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. I want to wish everybody a happy new year, man. I send my heart out to everybody, for making it, surviving through 2020. I understand it was a hectic year, but, I'm happy to hear that so many people are positive and optimistic about, 2021. And, I just send everybody a big hug, man, and much love, and our prayers to those who didn't make it, those who passed away through, COVID or, any unfortunate situation, that we've lost loved ones, man. My prayers go out to them. But, I wake up every day celebrating life, man. Grateful for everything. And big shout out to my mom, man. Mom, I love you, so much. I got so much respect for you because, my mother, she's one of them people, man, who has the least but does the most. You know what I'm saying? And, my mother's an absolute blessing to anybody who encounters with her. So thank you, mother. I love you. I appreciate you every day. So listen, man, today we got a special guest, man. This young brother, man, is a star, man. I got so much respect for him. He's educated, he's ambitious, he's creative, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of Mexican town, Southwest, baby. This is my man, Emmanual Juarez.
What up, though?
What's
bro?
up, bro?
It's a
My
pleasure,
man, no doubt about it, man.
You.
Hey, so tell everybody a little bit about yourself, man. Who you are, where you from, where you went to school. But listen, real quick, Dig, check this out, though. He got this Southwest sweater on. It says Southwest in 5 different languages, man. Tell me that ain't dope. I thought that was the sweet. Can you tell us what languages they are?
Yeah, so it's you got English, you got Spanish, you got Italian, you got Arabic, and you got Japanese, and you got the.
Okay, then, yeah. I love that, man. That's dope, bro. So yeah, go ahead and let the people know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Emmanual Juarez. I go by EJ. You can call me Emmanual. I'm 28. Was born in San Diego, and I was raised in Southwest Detroit.
How did you end up in Detroit? Like, I know you said that your family had migrated. Where are your parents from?
So my parents are from Guanajuato. Actually, from a really small rancho, a really small town called El Español.
El Español,
yeah,
okay.
Municipio de Cámbaro. So shout out to all my people from Español. They tune in.
Un grito, y para mi familia en San Luis Potosí, de volada. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't it crazy how Mexicans, bro, with all whistles, no más puro chila, y se entienden de volada. They understand real quick. They ain't even spoke a word.
Yeah.
They over there chirping like birds,
Yeah.
and everybody understand what's going on. I said, man.
Funny story, man. I one of my first. I learned how to whistle before I could talk. So
dang, that's crazy.
My uncle was teaching me. I remember that.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
So yeah, my parents, from Guanajuato, they came to the U.S. Illegally. Like, funny story. Like, well, this is like my motivation. What keeps every day. Like, my mom was pregnant, and she crossed the border for me to be born in the U.S. So it's like, man, like, imagine that. Like, I was gonna be born in Mexico, and she didn't do that. Like, so
I know
she did that. Basically, anchor baby.
Anchor baby. I never heard that term before. Anchor babies, for real.
Yeah.
Like, where does that term come from? Like, what is it?
It's just they come from another country. They come to America in order to be born here.
Oh, okay.
That's
all right. Anchor babies. Okay.
Right.
I just never heard that term before.
Yeah. So I was in San Diego for a couple years, and then we went back to Mexico, and then it's just my dad's been everywhere. We finally came back to the U.S. to Colorado, and my brother was born there.
Dang, in Colorado. Yeah, That's sweet.
We're doing a whole cross country.
Wow. Yeah, what was it like? Like,
man, I don't remember. I was like 4.
Oh, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was like 4 or 5.
Kid,
I don't really
man,
remember. Yeah. I just do remember my first time seeing snow. So I was like, oh,
dang.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I remember that.
That's sweet.
And
You know,
then,
I remember when I lived in East Los Angeles with my father and my stepmother, and we lived in East LA, and you know, they knew I was accustomed to having snow for the winter, so around my birthday, they drove me out like a couple hours away, and they had snow in California, and I was like, wow, that was dope,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, like,
coming from a place where you don't, it's all sunshine. Yeah, that was the coolest experience.
Yeah, man, I love California. It's like, man, it's I go. I made a tradition that I have to go to San Diego every year, just go and just check out the scenery and just.
Man, it seemed like you go everywhere because I be on your Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, every time I see him, he posing from here, there. I said, dang, this guy's all around the world and not yah. That's my dog.
No, yeah, man, that's like, it's like I feel like they're meant to travel the world. That's one of my passions that I got. Just trying to.
And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand about immigration, man. We are humans, man. We naturally migrate. The animals migrate. The coyotes, the birds, the fish, humans, we all migrate. Yeah. We all transfer. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And, you know, so it's not about, you know, who's from where or, you know, what you believe in, this, that, and the other. You know, it's really about, you know, focusing on humanity, man. Yeah. We all come from somewhere. We were all created equal. God's first command was be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's about, you know, love thy neighbor, love humanity, love thyself, man. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I
agree. Yeah, I no doubt about it, bro. That's something I stand on, man. You know, for myself and for my community, for sure. No, for society in general. You know what I mean? I love seeing people in general thriving, growing, prospering. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, I've had such a good conversation with you. Our interview was amazing, man, because you are so intellectual, bro. You got so much knowledge. You were teaching me so much. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if this is what the future look like, man, we in good hands. I promise you that, my man.
I appreciate your words, bro.
Okay, so your family, you guys went to San Diego. You guys go to Denver, Colorado. Now you guys come to Detroit. How you guys land in Detroit?
So we got to land in Detroit. My dad got a job in construction, so he was doing roofing. A lot of my cousins came up here too, and my tios, and you got my sister that was born here in Detroit. You know, it was just like I was 7 years old. I remember that. It's like we didn't have anything. You know, it's like we just had a mattress, sleeping in it. Yeah, we just stayed here. We stayed here longer than any other city, up until like the 2000s. We went back to Mexico, but yeah, that's.
But somehow you always managed to land right back home in Detroit.
Yeah, I could call it home.
Yeah. And you know, people always crack at jokes about, oh, you can fit 20 Mexicans in an apartment and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's a real struggle that people had to go through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these younger generations who have come from migrant parents, you know, that's the struggle that they had to go through. You know, why people are laughing about it. Imagine if that was you and you had to really go through that. You know what I'm saying? You had to move in dark. You had to be conscious of when you move and how you move because, you know, you got people who are coming over the border. They ain't got no education, don't speak English, ain't got no papers, like, you know, they backs up against the wall, and then they come here and they thrive. They come here, they work hard, they save money, they open businesses. Like, you know, pride and ego is never an issue. It's all about survival. You know what I mean? And I understand that everybody survived different, man, but I salute everybody, man, who's out there and just getting through the day and thinking about the future, man, and investing in their kids and teaching them work ethics and stuff like that, and teaching them how to work with the mind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my parents' work ethic. You know, it's just their sacrifice that they made for us to have this future in this country. It's really incredible, and it's something that keeps me going. You know, it's like I take advantage of that. I have to wake up every morning. I gotta take advantage of this. It could be a lot worse. But yeah, no, I agree.
So you say you were roofing at a young age too?
Yeah,
huh?
man, I was doing everything. I was doing carpeting, I was doing roofing, I was doing landscaping. Started off as a dishwasher. So it's...
Yeah, you was a workhorse by the time you was 10, 12 years old. You was a workhorse, boy.
I was like 13. Just like we didn't have much, you know. We didn't like. I remember being in school and like. I remember being bullied because of my shoes, like, you know, they were trash. I was like, damn, it's like,
Man,
you know,
listen.
it was like we didn't have it.
Yeah. Listen, I had to go. I went to Dunn School in River Rouge in elementary school, bro. And, you know, my mom and my stepdad had separated at the time, man. And my mom didn't really have no lot of money. Bro, I had to wear dress shoes for like a whole semester to school. The ones from Payless, they used to have the little metal tip in the front. They was real dress shoes. So I used to go to school every day wearing dress clothes to match the shoes. So everybody like really thought that I dressed like that, but really I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I had to match my shoes. So then one day I was playing basketball, man. The whole middle part came off the front, the tip. Damn. I said, oh Lord, what I'm gonna do now? I got to tear the other one off. You hear me? Yeah. But you know, those are just the struggles, man. But you know what? It's beautiful because it's times like that I think about stuff like that, and it makes me appreciate every single thing that I have in my life today, man. For sure.
No, that's I feel that. I feel it definitely. Yeah, I remember, man, having some shoes, and I couldn't wear my nice shoes because, like, man, I was my parents they catch me playing soccer with them, man. They like beat my ass. So it was yeah.
What, a chicote or what?
Yeah,
or a chancla?
Chancla, man. Yeah. So yeah, that was a big thing. Like I was like, man, I need to make my own money and get my own gear, my own shoes. You know, nice little things. So I started at 13. It's like a dishwasher at this restaurant, and yeah, I did that like all the weekends. Yeah, for like 2 summers. Okay. So yeah, but I feel like either way, like I had a good childhood. Like man, I feel like I was that last childhood before that last generation before the internet. So I was still playing outside. You know, okay. I remember like having dial-up. Like, you know, we had dial-up and later on towards my teens. So
you appreciate things a little bit.
Yeah,
different.
It's like, yo, I got to see. Like I remember when I was like we're playing outside like till dark. And you know, you don't see that now. I mean, especially now, but like
yeah, and it's unfortunate that it's like that. Even like. The kids not having the trick or treat for Halloween, like that's something new to me, you know what I mean? Because I grew up doing that. You know, my mom used to take us for about 3-4 hours. We go to all the suburb cities, all through downriver with the pillowcase joints, you know what I'm saying? And come home happy as hell. That's why my tooth the way it is now. Hey, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's real everyday people, y'all. Yeah. You better know it because we gonna show it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I was, I went to school, Detroit Public Schools.
What schools did you go to?
It's Priest Elementary.
Priest, okay.
I went to Munger. I went to Cesar Chavez for like a year. Okay. And then I went to Mexico. And then I went to school in Mexico.
Dang, what was it like going to school in Mexico?
It's a different world.
Oh, man. What was your Spanish like?
Dude, my Spanish was bad, man. They can tell
I already
my
know
accent,
right
bro.
with you,
like,
bro.
Yeah, man. It was crazy though. It was like my Spanish got better while I was down there. Then I forgot my English, bro. And I came back. I was in ESL.
That's crazy, bro.
So
shout out to Lily at the DHDC for running the ESL over there.
So it really being in Mexico really makes you appreciate the life here. Like, man, that's like it's really if I experience poverty here compared to over there, it's like.
But you know what that I learned over there, bro, that I remember is even though nobody had a lot of nothing, like everybody still had hospitality. They were very content with the way they lived. Like they weren't stressed. They weren't panicking or nervous about things. Like, you know, everybody appreciated what they had. And, you know, it didn't matter, you know, if they only had a can of beans, they would still welcome you in and invite you to share in that with them. So they had, you know, good traditions, good moral system. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So that's one thing that I definitely realized and appreciated about them. You know what I'm saying? That the value wasn't in the things they had. It was in the hearts that they had. Yes. It was in the heartbeats of the people of the country, you know? And that definitely taught me, you know, a good quality gift that, you know, that humans possess.
Yeah, man. Definitely grateful to experience that. You know, I'm raised by my grandfather, my grandparents. I got to know their love. And that's like, man, that's beautiful. Just, you know, being in a small town is way different from being here in Detroit. So I had to adjust. And yeah, it was hard. It was hard, man. It's like, I do feel like the school there was a little bit harder than here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like math wise, they were a little bit more advanced. But yeah,
that's crazy from a country that's impoverished, but their education is of a higher standard.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So and then we was there for like a year, and then we came back. We came back to Detroit, and
no place like home.
Yeah, and then I went to I think I went to Munger. Yeah, I went to Munger, and then I went to this little school called Hope of Detroit.
Okay.
Hope of Detroit, and then Consortium College Prep for high school. And
okay.
Yeah, so it was like my parents' whole idea was like, yo, we're not gonna put you in the like Western or Cesar Chavez because then you're gonna get distracted with the with your.
You said
friends.
You liked going to see Cesar Chavez.
Yeah,
right?
When I went to CCA, I was 5th grade, dude. I was like, I loved it, man. It's like, it was the first time that I actually liked going to school. It's like my teacher spoke Spanish, like a lot of my friends spoke Spanish. Man, that vibe that it changed. It changed a lot for me. And then having to leave that, it sucked because I couldn't come back to it. So.
And it's crazy because I had that feeling when I lived in Chicago. I had moved out to Chicago with my family. Shout out to the Aranda family. I love you guys. Te extraño. Te mando besos, abrazos de todo. But I used to go to school out there to Tonti Branch, me and my cousin Rocio, man. And, it was the first time, I went to school with a predominant Latinos, everybody there was like Mexican or Puerto Rican. They all spoke Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And it was really great. And even with the things that they taught you, like they taught you about Mexican history, like here it seemed like we only learned about like Christopher Columbus, Martin Luther King, the Pilgrims and the Indians and stuff like that. But over there, even when I lived in East LA, like they taught you about Latino culture, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, looking at myself, looking at our community and our culture from a whole different perspective, just because of the education that I didn't receive here. So when I got out of prison after 17 years, I seen all these CCAs, you know what I'm saying, the Cesar Chavez Academy schools, and I was like, wow, that's great. You know what I'm saying, that the community can actually identify with their history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not only learn about the history of our country, absolutely, but the history of our culture and our people as well. Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely really makes you appreciate the culture, the culture that's that we have, especially the Aztecs, how
the Mexicas, boy. You ever seen that movie Apocalypto?
Yeah.
Cold, baby, cold.
That's a
Jaguar Paul, you hear me?
That's a classic, man. That's a classic.
Man, he was a warrior for sure. Them boys was brutal back then. If you ain't seen it, you got to go check it out. It's filmed by Mel Gibson. Apocalypto, good show, good movie.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I learned all of that in Mexico. And I grew up like, yo, how come we don't learn that in Detroit? We couldn't get to the education. But it wasn't until I started doing my own searching, internet, and it really just flowered from there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. So, well, yeah.
So then where'd you go after that? After you said you went to Munger too. What was it like going to school? Like what kind of friends did you have? Like what kind of social life did you have?
Man, it was tough, man, cuz it was like back when gangbanging was really bad. Like you couldn't wear color in a certain area because you can get mistaken, shot up.
I came up in the 90s, baby. I remember them days. You know,
it was like I couldn't.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, I grew up in McGraw, so I couldn't wear no red.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like grew up there.
Yeah, they was holding it down over there on McGraw.
Yeah, it was like man, I've seen shit that scar people for life. So I do. Yeah, it was crazy, growing up in that.
And what did that do? In the hood, you always hear about things happen, but when you're there for it and it actually happens, you know what I'm saying? It's like, somebody done put something in your head that, you didn't even ask permission to be exposed to,
Yeah, it's, I had a lot of friends that were in it, but I wasn't, really involved in it. Dress, just dress gangster, but Yeah, it was something that I tried to stay away from because I know it wasn't good.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to stay away from. I used I was playing soccer for most of my entire life.
Okay.
So it's like that's what I use, like, you know, to do every day. I got out of school every weekend, just go and play soccer with my friends, and that kept me away from the streets, to be honest.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
sweet, bro. So who got you into
He's old and he's still